Now a bit slightly difficult numerical is there. A substance undergoes first order decomposition. Listen, a substance undergoes first order decomposition. The decomposition follows two parallel first order reaction. Decomposition follows two parallel first order reaction. Two parallel first order first order reactions. Like this, they are given. A reactant A is changing into B, and the rate constant is a K1, and A changing to C, the rate constant is K2. They have given the value of K1 as equal to 1.26 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 4 second raised to minus 1, and the second value of K2 is equal to 3.8 into 10 raised to minus 5 second raised to minus 1. Now the question they are asking, the percentage decomposition, the percentage decomposition the percentage distribution of B and C are in the proportion. The proportions given are: alternative A is 75% B, 25% A. Second alternative is a 76.83% B and 23.17% C. The third one is 80% B, 20% A, and 90.2% B and something 9.8% A. These are the four all alternatives which are been given. Now in state board books we don't have such type of numerical or the objective. Now how to solve? Because here the first order reaction proceeds by say two mechanisms or two ways, and therefore their rate constant K1 and K2. Now here two things to be remembered. First, always in the stem of such equation, in whose comparison it is been asked, it is important. Sometimes the student may be intelligent, but they just do not read the ratio in which the comparison has been asked. Therefore, look at this equation, percentage distribution of B to C. It may happen sometime that even an intelligent student may go in the form of percentage distribution of C by B. So first remember, it has to be compared B with respect to C, that means K1 with respect to K2. Now second important thing we have to calculate now, the percentage. When we say the percentage, the total percentage of distribution of B and C should be considered total as 100. And therefore for calculating it, we go for a calculation with respect to A by this K1 by K2. It will be K1 divided by K1 plus K2 will be equal to 100%. This is simple mathematics, because K1 plus K2, considering that equal to 100%, what will be the ratio of K1 with respect to K1 upon K2 first? So we will get the percentage of B. And once we can know the percentage of B, by subtracting from 100 the percentage of B, we can get the percentage the percentage of A, which will be equal to 100 minus B. So now put the values. You will be having here 1.26 into 10 raised to minus 4 divided by 1.26 into 10 raised to minus 4 in first bracket, and in second bracket 3.8 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 5, which will be equal to 100. Now it will be equal to 1.26 10 raised to minus 4. It is to be written 1.26 10 raised to minus 4. Now convert that into 10 raised to minus 4. You will be having 0.38 into 10 raised to minus 4 equal to 100, and this will be equal to 1.26 and 38. You have to make a sum of it and you go for calculation. Generally such type of examples are asked in JEE, where we do have some time, or rather instead of time we are expected to be that much competitive, and particularly for simply converting this raised to 5 minus 4, converting the values without changing the value. Now you calculate it, you will get the percentage of B is found to be calculated, which is found to be 76.83. You may not calculate perfectly, but even by guess also we can calculate this 10 raised to minus 4. So 10 raised to minus 4 will be cancelled. It will be 1.26 divided by 1.64. So 1.26 into 10 raised multiplied by 1 excess 10 raised to this 10 raised to minus 4, and then by going for multiplication of 100 you can calculate this. So such type of objectives are been there, where we probably one of the objective can be bit lengthy, or we need to at least calculate, because all the objectives are never asked just to guess intelligently, and by intelligent guess we can answer. It doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes they may ask you to calculate, and here the difference of the objectives that I have taken, and this is that here we have two rates been given and you are being asked to compare one with respect to the another. Therefore this is a different objective, because we have gone for different methods of determining the rate law, order, and different methods of calculations of K1 and K2 also, of rate constant also. One more. Now one more. What is the time required? What is the time required? I will write here. Time required what is the time required for first order reaction to be completed, to be 99% complete, 99% complete compared to the time taken. Say this will be, we will consider this as a T1, compared to the time taken for the reaction to be 90% complete, 90% complete. Now I have already told you that you may have some numericals where the calculations as per your age, the calculations will not be tedious, and the calculations can be resolved within half a minute. Now I will read it, the objective again, the stem of the objective. What is the time required for first order reaction to be 99% completed compared to the reaction to be 90% complete? Now for that purpose I have written data here. Let 99% completion has a time required is a T1 and this is T2. Again here also remember in whose comparison they have asked. They have asked in comparison of this with respect to this, not this is irrespective of this. Sometimes this may confuse you. Now for that purpose write the first order reaction and they are asking you for comparison of time. Therefore T1 will be equal to 2.303 K log of to the base 10. Now it is 99% complete. When they use the word percentage, then initial concentration should be considered as a 100%. Therefore it will be 100% here, 100, and 99% is completed. That means concentration that left behind 80 will be equal to 100 minus 99, which will be equal to 1%. That means this equation will become T1 equal to 2.303 upon K log of 100. That means log of 10 raised to 2, that is 100. Now second, write the second equation. This is equation 1. Of course I will tell you, instead of going for calculation, how can we solve this objective in the competitive exam. Now 90%, then T2 will be equal to 2.303 upon K log of to the base 10. The initial concentration being 100, 90% is complete, that means remaining is a 10, therefore it will be 10. T2 will be equal to 2.303 upon K, it will be log of 10 or log of 10. Now automatically we know that this is a T1 and that is a T2, and now we can compare. If we divide the equation 1 by 2, because in which form they have asked is, then T1 upon T2 will be equal to this terms will cancel, and a log of 2 divided by log of 10 raised to 1, that is log of 10, and therefore you will be having raised to 2 and raised to 1, therefore answer will be 2. T1 will be equal to 2 into T2. Now the questions in your mind may be how to solve such bits objectives without calculation. Then in these cases you should have a bit of practice of your calculations and solving the problems in your which you have already done it for your board examinations. And therefore when the comparison is been asked and there is this equation that time is equal to 2.303 upon K log of H0 upon 80, we automatically know that these factors go for cancellation. Only what remains is this log value and this log value. Now this log value is 2 times the log value of that, and therefore by simply knowing that also we can calculate. I have explained it as if it is to be solved for board, but for even the objective purpose we can solve it. By practice we should know that when there is a comparison of such type, these two will automatically cancel, and just by putting the values of the logs and comparison of the log value we can go for such solving such numericals. So it needs a bit of practice for that purpose. Now the next objective, it is simple one. They have given a small a as a initial concentration and T half as usual, and they have the stem is like this. If A and T half are the initial concentration of reactant and half-life of zero order reaction. Which of the following relation is correct? And they have given first option as a T1 by 2 is directly proportional to 1 upon A. The B is a T1 by 2 directly proportional to A. C option T1 by 2 is directly proportional to 1 upon A square, and D T half is equal to A square. Now this is not a difficult objective, but the formula, tricky formula that I have already given in my theory lectures, but I will repeat it here. T half is directly proportional to 1 upon initial concentration A0 raised to n minus 1, or we can also write it as a T half equal T half directly proportional to initial concentration raised initial concentration 1 minus n, also by taking that in different way. Now I have to put the values, this all that, this zero order reaction, put this is a 0, so T half will be directly proportional to initial concentration raised to minus 1, this becomes 0, and therefore T half will be directly proportional to initial concentration, and that will be initial concentration is given A, therefore we can opt for the answer that has been given. So this is a tricky one, we can solve it, remember this formula, and by that way not only this objective but few numerical objectives also can be solved. Next one. The next objective is 2 gram of a radioactive sample, 2 gram of a radioactive sample having a half-life period of 15 days, T half is given to be 15 days, was synthesized, it was synthesized on 1st of January 2009 to 1st March 2009, including the both days, including both days, including both days. So here 2 grams of, I will read it again, 2 gram of a radioactive sample having a half-life period of 15 days was synthesized on 1st January 2009, full stop. The amount of sample left on, amount of sample that will be left on 1st March 2009, including these 2 days, is to be calculated. Now first thing that you have to remember is that radioactivity, as you know, you might have studied in physics also, but radioactivity is a first order reaction. First thing, remember, this is a first order reaction. Now second thing to be remembered, the duration which 1 January to this is a 1st of March. For this zeroth order, for this first order reaction, the important relation about the half-life period and the amount left behind is amount left behind, I have already given this formula in theory also, is equal to A0 upon 2 raised to n, where n stands for the number of half-life, number of half-lives. Now here, it being in first order reaction, that T half is been given 15. Now the number of days in between these two, January 31 days and February can be 29 days, 31, 29 plus the first day of March because it is to be included. Therefore, number of days is equal to 16. 60. The t half is equal to 15. Now how many t halves will be there in these 60 days? Of course, t half will be equal to 4 t halves. That means 15, then 30, then 45 and 60. Or number of t half will be equal to 60 by 4. Those who want mathematically only, it is a 4. Therefore, the amount of the radioactive remain behind will be equal to the initial concentration, which is a 2 grams, divided by 2 raised to 4, which is equal to 2 upon 16, which is equal to 1 upon 8. That means a 0.12 and something, 0.125 or 6, something like that. And they have given the options as A 0.124, B 1 gram, C 0.5 and D 0. So the first answer is correct. Of course, sometimes for confusing you, they might give instead of 0, which has been given as a one alternative, they might give you all the values which are either 0.12, 0.15, 0.18, like that also. Here the trick is to be used is the for first order reaction, amount left behind is equal to H0 divided by 2 raised to 1, where n is here is neither the number of moles, here n is the number of half-lives. We have 60 days, the total half-life periods are 4, therefore the amount remaining is like this. So